Niklas, thanks for joining me here at NRF Big Show 2024.
Thanks for having me. Always great to see you.
So you're co-founder, CEO of Nautical Commerce, great marketplace platform, very modern technology. Can you describe the platform for our viewers?
Yeah, so starting in the simplest place, we're a software company, right? We're a software as a service company, and we're a platform that helps people who want to build marketplaces go and build marketplaces. The reason that people typically do that is to be able to increase breadth, depth of SKUs, which increases conversion rate, which increases basket size, which increases purchase rates. Right? So typically there are a lot of people who say, you know what, I want to offer more stuff in easier ways, and I have a community of people who would like to sell through my brand, right? And they're looking to do something with marketplaces. And typically, our approach is saying, look, don't go and get sucked into building something. Go buy something off the shelf. Go find somebody who does what we call the undifferentiated heavy lift.
Yeah.
And let us help you go and fulfill your marketplace or drop shipping multi-vendor dreams.
That's great, and I love the modern architecture that you guys have, and the ability to have a platform to launch a marketplace so quickly. When we were building them 10, 15 years ago, it was a multi-year effort and millions or tens of millions of dollars to build a marketplace, and great that a platform has a lot of that capability out of the box. I also want to thank you for letting me join you on the panel yesterday here at NRF when we talked about e-commerce playoffs, selecting between first-party owned owned inventory, dropship, and third-party marketplace. We had a great session, sold out, standing room only, drew a great crowd.
That's all you. That's your charm bringing them in.
We had great viewpoints from the three panelists. Can you share a little bit about your thoughts on those three models? Owned inventory, dropship, and third-party marketplace.
Look, I think one of the things that's kind of important for this space in general, also given where marketplace is in it's called maturity model or maturity cycle today, is to be really clear about what you want to do and what you're looking for. And so first of all, just having an open conversation, right? Not so much about talking your own book, talking your own portfolio. It's nice to just to have a session where you actually talk to the benefits and the decision points and the constraints that people might run into, knowing that not every model is for everybody. Right? And I'll be the first to say the marketplace model is an incredibly lucrative, high potential model, but not everybody should necessarily follow it, or at least not immediately.
Right.
First of all, I'm glad we had some outside experts to go talk about it. The other thing that I had a lot of fun talking about, to be honest, is I think it was round number 2.
Yeah.
Which was this question around niche marketplaces, only because I have a big passion for marketplaces that look like that, and for those listening, kind of the short story was if you're trying to do something niche, something that is driven by customer demand, and let's call it fickle customer trends, does it make sense to build a marketplace? And that's really one of the places where you have the biggest opportunity to unlock the power of the creativity of your vendors by using a platform approach and saying, you know what, I won't make you sell a specific thing, I won't control it centrally.
Right.
I'm going to let the crazy world of motivated suppliers, of entrepreneurs, of individuals go and figure out, who wants to buy what.
Great point. So many marketplaces have gotten into segments they didn't plan on at all, because that's where sellers listed products, that's where customers bought, and it brings retailers into a whole new category that they hadn't even planned for, but the demand's there, they can be successful with it. So great to have that capability.
Data is fantastic, right? Especially now that the first-person data is becoming more and more important, and the third-person data is getting harder and harder to access. Right? One of the best ways to find intent around what are you even trying to do with your strategy. Who should you sell to?
Right.
Which demographic are you missing, or is there an opportunity in? Which category is an opportunity in? One of the best ways to do that now is to start experimenting by going and expanding your category set without having to immediately put the money down to go get inventory heavy, and marketplace drop shipping. They're pretty good ways to do that.
And as you mentioned, the death of the third-party cookie and GDPR and other constraints around that, privacy makes having that first-party data so important, and that's one of the many benefits of a marketplace. And Nautical can support those different business models, right? So you have the option for your clients to support a variety of different business models.
Yeah, exactly. Now, without boring too much again with the tech, we have a very modern platform. What we think of ourselves as is an API platform nearly.
Yep.
API native. So what that means to those who are not that familiar is we really think about being able to exist in a way that doesn't have any UI if you don't want it to, right? And we think of the people who make our user experience as the first customer of our API.
Okay.
As a result, and there are many, steps in between I'm obscuring here,
Right.
but as a result, the potential for flexibility is very high. Now, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, right? So there's a little sophistication one needs to be able to take full advantage of that. So it's typically something that we recommend that people get to over time as they use us, right? As opposed to immediately out the door, because you can get trapped by going too flexible at the beginning, or boiling the ocean. So typically, we will then, as a result, work with folks right now who are willing or want to get something that's really cutting edge. With a full platform, we can really be standalone. They really have the knowledge and the ambition to start something from a blank sheet of paper because they know where they want to go. And somebody who has a view that over time they're going to want the flexibility and the tools to be able to not just start, but learn and innovate using the software. So very much today, if you think of yourself as a little bit of somebody who is bleeding edge, who really wants to have big growth goals and wants to use something that's built for the 2020s and beyond, we're probably the right people to talk to.
Right. So speaking of the 2020s, what are your plans for 2024 and beyond?
So as you know, but maybe some of the audience may not, is I took over as CEO in September. I'm one of the founders. I was the president. I'm kind of the venture guy, the startup product guy. And the first thing that's really on my mind is that great businesses like this, especially for the market that we're in, where you have such a high level of responsibility and accountability to the customer, where you really have to take seriously the responsibility of being somebody's core system, is to start with culture, because I think every great software company, every great piece of software starts with that culture. And we have some of it already, and we've built a fantastic team, but I think my first big mandate as coming in is to align everybody in the company and everything we do to be maniacally customer focused, and maniacally focused on the fact that if somebody gives us the honor of having the responsibility of driving their commerce, right, and being a core part of their system, that they walk away with 110% belief that they made the right decision, and that we're there to back them, and that we're doing everything to make them successful.
Great. That's one of our core values as well, is client focus. Great to hear that from Nautical Commerce as well. Well, thanks again so much for taking time to meet with me here and chat at NRF Big Show 2024. Thanks,
Always
Niklas.
great to see you.
Great seeing you as well.
I'll see you at the next show.
See you next one.